Hi, this is Chris Raffo. We're talking to Henry Berry, the owner of H.T. Berry Company, and he's going to explain to you how he's developed his warehousing and his picking methodology. Henry?
Yes. Yeah, I'm Henry Berry. I started this company up, I guess, approximately 40 years ago. And we've always been a strong believer in the technology. I guess about 15 years ago, thereabouts, I got very upset about the amount of mistakes we were making in our deliveries here, and I started checking around to find out how this was happening. And I found it was not just in one spot, but it was in many spots of where these errors occurred. One of the important things that we did that I think that helped alleviate this problem was develop a system for picking orders here that I think is a little bit unique in the paper industry.
Mm-hmm.
And what it is that traditionally everybody picks orders one at a time on a pallet and puts the pallet on the truck. And I found there was an awful lot of mistakes being made there because, number one, literally was only being checked once, and the truck driver was just pulling it off the truck and delivering it without checking it. And so I started thinking about how could we eliminate that? How could we force people to be checking what they're delivering? So we come up with this idea after chatting with several people, other competitors of other parts of the country. We come up with the idea of selecting multiple orders at the same time. So we decided that we have a program written that would universal, that would pick multiple orders at the same time. And I think the parameter was it would pick anywhere from 1 foot up to 45 cubic feet on a pallet.
Right.
Now what that means, number one, it's a lot more efficient because you're not running down an aisle every time you're picking an order. You're running down an aisle picking 4 orders. And if you have a fairly large warehouse, it's quite a time saving.
Mm-hmm.
The second part of it that made it very effective was the fact that when the driver got to the delivery destination, he had to select that order off the truck. Now to get this to work, you have to have the cooperation of the driver, so they've got to be working with you on it. And we found we didn't have much of a problem with them, that they all selected. And today we're running this company, and I'm not the president of the company anymore, and I'm kind of semi-retired, and I do have a little time here. I come in the morning and I check every delivery ticket, and I take a look at the mistakes. And it's just about nil. I mean, if today I happened to check them, and there were 3 corrections on the billing, and I found they were just the customer or the customer service person just put the wrong item on the order, and that was the 3 mistakes. But it's just down to nothing. And plus the fact I've had people tell me that it's impossible to handle the volume of orders we have with the amount of order pickers we have.
Which is what? You're doing about 200 orders, 150 to 200 orders a day?
You can do from 200 to 250 orders a day. And when we get to 250, we are stretching it, but we literally are doing it with 3 selectors.
3 selectors.
And a supervisor who at times jumps in and picks these orders.
So you're picking 200 orders a day with 3 pickers and a supervisor.
Right.
How many trucks are you running?
We have a total of 15 trucks here, which does include a van and a pickup.
Mm-hmm.
But we're running between tractor trailers and 24-inch box trucks, 13.
13 trucks.
We also, all our trucks deliveries are computerized. We do our deliveries by computer, and we're a lot more efficient than we were 15 years ago, and frankly we're very competitive today.
How large a warehouse do you have?
A little under 100,000 feet.
100,000.
Right.
Now you've implemented the RF warehousing and the receiving via RF and
Yes,
so forth like that.
Everything is done by barcode here. We've slowly but surely put these different things in as we grow. Initially, when we put the barcoding in and we were selecting by, we also, another area that we improved, probably increased the capacity of our warehouse by 30% was by going to Razzle.
Right. Random access stock locations, which
Right.
means you can put product in multiple locations.
Right. What we found that also it contributed to our mistakes, because the receivers would take and have a special bin for a certain item, and sometimes that bin would be empty for as much as a week or 10 days until the product came in. The other thing they had a tendency to do is put similar products next to one another.
Right.
But with this Razzle system, there's no product ever in the same location month to month. They keep changing and moving. But
Rotating.
it has improved. It has increased the capacity of this warehouse by at least 30%. And we're very satisfied with it. We at the time when we decided to make all these changes 15 years ago, we went out, we interviewed different software houses. We weren't looking for the biggest, nor we were looking for the smallest, and we felt as though that Universal fit our requirements. We're very happy with them, and we have a very good working relationship.
Actually, I think it's since 1987.
1987 is Crystal.
It's going on 20 years.
20. That's what
Wow. That's amazing.
I wish he
I
would
feel like
have-
part of the family.
I wish he hadn't reminded me of that, because I know I'm getting old.
Well, thank you very much, Henry.
Okay.
Appreciate it.